Let's talk some Texas recruiting. The Horns, they enter the season as the 8th ranked team in America, according to On3 industry rankings. They've added 2 5-stars this month, and I think there's more to come. I got Steve Wiltfong here. We're going to break it all down. I mean, entering the month of August, the Horns were almost outside the top 20. They were sitting at number 17. Now they're all the way up to number 8. And on Friday, they could be taking a big jump. So we're going to cover it all. But first, Texas fans, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruit channel. We're talking Longhorn recruiting all season long. You're going to want to lock in and jump on board. Hit subscribe for me, please. All right, let's bring On3's Steve Wiltfong. Steve, 18 total commitments, more to come. We're going to hit on that in a second. But so far, with the 18 on board, what do you love about this Texas class?
Well, I like the way that they're recruiting on the defensive side of the ball. They landed maybe the most versatile player in the country on that side. And Jonah Williams, our number 1 ranked safety, who at 6'3 1/4", 206 pounds, could play in the secondary, could play rover, could come up and play some outside linebacker. He can fill an alley against the run. You can use him to rush the passer. You can use him to erase some mismatches in coverage. You pair him with guys like Lance Jackson, who is a freak of a defensive lineman, 6'5 1/4", 270 pounds with insane measurements. Smith Aragbo's got some electric upside as a pass rusher, and Elijah Barnes, a top 100 linebacker. Those 4 players are SEC high-end defensive prospects and guys that can help Texas win games for a long time.
Absolutely. Speaking of winning games, there's 2 5-stars already locked into this class. Khaleke Lockett, who committed in early August, and Jonah Williams, who committed just last Saturday, right here on the On3 Recruit channel. So there could be more coming. On Friday morning, Jamie French, 5-star wide receiver out of Jacksonville, Florida, is set to make his decision, and he's trending to the Horns, and he might not be the last 5-star in this class. Steve, tell us about him.
Well, Jamie French announces his college commitment this weekend. My On3 RPM has been on Texas for a long time, and I'm feeling strong about that prediction. And then Michael Terry, number 1 ranked athlete in the On3 player rankings, also have Texas favored for him on the On3 RPM as they battle Nebraska and Oregon. He's going to visit Nebraska in a couple weeks for the Colorado game. Expected back at Texas for the Georgia game. Texas could play Michael Terry as a running back, tight end, receiver. They plan to use him in a lot of ways on offense. That excites him, and I feel like that's why they lead right now for Michael Terry.
All right, so they're rolling in the 5-stars. Does this mean that Texas has a shot at landing the number 1 class in America?
Well, I think that they have a chance to finish in the top 5. Number 1's a whole different animal. They would have to get the spatula out on some guys like DeCorian Moore, Riley Pettijohn. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I think the goal is to consistently recruit top 5, top 10 classes, land your top targets, be a balanced roster. And that's the recipe for them to continue to make the college football playoff and compete for the crystal ball.
Yeah, and I think if they do go out and do that, I know you're being a little conservative here, but if they do go out and they do that, they make the playoffs and they compete for a national championship, I do think they're going to be able to make some flips. So, Texas fans.
Myron Charles, another flip target. Yeah.
Yeah, Javian Hilson. I mean, we'll see what happens. I don't want to get too carried away here. There's some other names that I'm thinking of. But, Texas fans, let us know who's your top target as the Longhorns head into the season. Let us know. Comment section below. Well, you've made it to the end of today's video, but there's hundreds more videos on the On3 Recruits channel for you to check out. And also, while you're here, hit subscribe.